Well, you will not believe where I am, the Queen Victoria. And no, this is not a sponsored trip, so I am going to give you a very honest review of the ship and take you on this exciting adventure with us. Gracious, understated, and elegant, or snobby, boring, and stuffy? You decide. Well, you guys won't believe where I am. My mother was worried that I was getting a little bit burnt out, and she has whisked me away on a cruise. I can't believe it. It's just the two of us, which is so incredibly exciting, as we've never done anything like this before. There have always been my siblings, husbands, kids, and even better, she has taken me on the Queen Victoria. And this is not a sponsored trip, you guys. So I am going to give you a very honest review of our experience and the ship, because I think that's going to be really fun. And I'm also really excited because it's a lot of sea days with only 3 days in port, all 3 Spanish cities. You know, we like Spain. There's so much space on this ship. It's not crowded. It's so nice. I've got this little room here all to myself. I know they use it for functions and various other things, but it's the perfect place. I've been able to sit in here and work, of course, chat with you guys, and just look out at the ocean. Other people are out by the pool. Mom's getting a nap, which is great because we have another beautiful evening planned tonight. We've already got 3 or 4 things we want to see. And then we've got Jools Holland. I mean, what are the odds of him being on this ship and performing for us? This is unbelievable. I mean, what a way to give up working. You know, when you think about retiring, you think, what am I going to do with my time? One, you go visit your daughter more often in Europe, because when you work full-time, you don't have a lot of time to do that. Secondly, take a cruise, guys. Take a cruise. It's incredible. If you want to wonder where I'm editing my videos, right here on the cruise ship, looking at the ocean. How amazing is that? Okay, what is so special about this ship? The Queen Victoria is one of the gems of the Cunard line fleet. It's a company with roots going all the way back to 1839. Cunard was originally a mail carrier across the Atlantic, believe it or not, and you can think of it like the Royal Mail's Transatlantic Express once upon a time. But over the years, Cunard built a reputation for elegant ocean liners, including the very famous Queen Mary and of course the Queen Elizabeth. And then fast forward to now, to the 21st century, and Cunard has kept this royal tradition alive. In 2007, the Queen Victoria, where I'm sitting now, was christened and launched in Southampton, England, which is where we sailed from. And she is truly one of the last of the classic ocean liners. All the modern luxuries, grand staircases, a magnificent 2-story library, ballroom dancing, and even afternoon tea with white gloved service. She's part of Cunard's Queen's ships, alongside, of course, the Queen Mary II, the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Anne. And so, in short, Queen Victoria is very much like a floating palace, carrying on what is considered to be a very proud legacy of grace, glamour, and good old British style, all while cruising around the world to some of the world's most incredible destinations. And so I am very, very interested to see if this ship lives up to the hype. I'm traveling with my mother. We're 2 generations traveling here. I want to see if the rumors about these very illustrious British ships are true. And also what I'm really hoping for is a very old-fashioned experience. And I'm going to tell you all of my thoughts, reflections, and of course, take you on the trip with us, because that's what we do. We do Chateau adventures, but this is a very special trip celebrating Mom's retirement. She has been a professional musician, an opera singer, a pianist, a choir director, a composer, and arranger for 60 years. If you saw some of the recent videos where we had a little party for her at the Chateau, that was amazing. And she is certainly spoiling me with this trip. Honestly, you guys, there's been a lot going on, as you know, between running my various businesses, trying to renovate the Chateau, filming for British television for Chateau DIY. I mean, it's been a lot, and I've been tired. And as you can see, I'm already feeling a lot more relaxed. It's just gorgeous. So this is a great opportunity to talk to you about some of the most commonly asked questions about this particular ship. The very first thing, of course, is embarkation and disembarkation. We've just made it here at the Southampton cruise port. We're just about to board, so this is really, really exciting. Hello. Okay, first impressions. This place is gorgeous, and I love that it's a classical cruise ship. There's nothing flashy about this. Look at this arrangement. These are real flowers. And then, of course, the thing that was most important to us for our new home away from home was, what was our cabin like? Now, our cabin is a balcony cabin on deck 5. It's got a partially obstructed view, which means I think it's over one of those lifeboats. And I can't wait to show it to you. We just arrived at our staterooms. Would you like to do the honors?
Sure.
This is the first look. We have no idea what this is going to be like. Oh, it's beautiful. Ooh, they've left us bubbly. Oh, now this is gorgeous.
This is really nice.
Is that our balcony?
We have a balcony.
We have a balcony. Oh, that's amazing.
There's our balcony. Not much to look at yet.
Not much to look at yet, but soon, soon. Port of Southampton behind us. Oh gosh, look, we've got wine and coffee and tea and water. This is lovely. Oh, this is just lovely. Now it looks like we're sharing a bed.
That's fine.
So here's our little shower room. And actually, look at these lovely toiletries. Very impressive. Time to sail away and start having some real fun. Ooh, a champagne bar. Now that is right up my alley. Laurent Perrier too. Nice. But this might just be more our speed. And next thing you know, we're closing down the This cruise line is a huge draw for people that love ballroom dancing. Now, I am not a gifted ballroom dancer, and I'm here with my mother. We don't know what we're doing, but we have loved watching everybody else dancing. It really feels like being on a ship from the 1920s or 1930s. Everyone is beautifully dressed and elegant, and the dancing has been astonishing. Ballroom dancing is such a big thing here. Every single day there's a different ballroom dance class that's offered, and so a lot of people are practicing what they've learned that day in the evening. And as some people are on here for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it means that by the end of their stay here they are also quite skilled on the dance floor.
3, 4, 5, 6, through 2, 3. That was gorgeous. Side, back, connect, through 2, 3. Lovely.
There were other great classes of things that are a little bit more modern, like line dancing. We have been having a grand time. Also, there is a British pub on board with Irish singers and jigs and pub trivia games. They're playing live sports in certain rooms. There has been a lot of dancing, and it's not just dancing of the ballroom dancing style, but disco dancing, great music. This is like classics from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today, but like really, really fun dance music. And I have to say, I appreciate that enormously.
We even made it to the disco. Mom is on fire.
Well, I know I said I was taking a break from work, but surely you didn't think I meant jewelry. Of course, we have to feature some of Britain's best jewels, available on the Chateau Love website for the Jewelry of the Week. Let's go all the way to the British Isles on this very British ship. Let's jump straight back to the Georgian era in England around 1820, when elegant men wore watch fobs like this one, which clearly belonged to a grand person indeed. It features an intaglio carved citrine with the Latin words sola virtus nobilitat, meaning virtue alone ennobles. Not wealth, power, or birth, but true nobility comes from one's character. It also features a hand holding a dagger pointing at the moon, symbolizing strength, readiness, and honor. Housed in a beautiful rolled gold repoussé setting, it can now also be worn as a beautiful pendant, a piece of history over 200 years old. Seafarers of long ago used compasses and charts to navigate, and here we have a working Victorian compass pendant. What's more fitting for a cruise ship? They were given as sentimental tokens symbolizing guidance, safe returns, protection, and fidelity. Today, these are highly collectible, representing adventure and romance, and a great unisex conversation piece. Who can resist a man in a kilt? Not me. Did someone say Sassenach? Here we have a stunning, enormous Scottish pin from the mid-1800s featuring citrines, amethyst, carnelian, banded agate, bloodstone, and yellow chalcedony. This magnificent pin would have kept Jamie's kilt from blowing in a saucy direction, and oof, we wouldn't want that. And we're not done with Scotland just yet. Here we have a Victorian-era Luckenbooth, which can be worn as a brooch or a pendant. Crafted in edged sterling silver with 12 deep amber citrines, the design features a crowned heart, a motif beloved since the 17th century, representing love, loyalty, and fidelity. And what's more British than Wedgwood? This week we have several new vintage blue Wedgwood pieces, including this gorgeous pair of earrings in a lovely sterling filigree setting, this combination brooch pendant in an exquisite 9-carat gold setting, and this ring featuring Diana the Huntress. For those of you who've been asking about cufflinks, I have not one but 2 sets of vintage Stratton cufflinks, very British, both of which are in their original boxes. And last but not least, doesn't this vintage gold diamond and emerald ring look positively like something from a Tudor court? I know I couldn't resist. Now, the other thing that everybody always wants to know about on any cruise line is how good is the food. It's the black and white gala night, and Mom and I are on our way to the Veranda restaurant. And I'm so excited because I think we're gonna get king crab legs tonight. And I haven't had crab legs since I was in Florida, and it's one of the few things I really miss when I'm here in Europe. And tonight, black and white gala, everybody is dressed beautifully in black and white clothes, long gowns, tuxedos, dinner jackets. It's just a beautiful, beautiful evening. And then there's a black and white ball. This is lovely. You're looking very beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
And we're in here getting a little aperitif before our dinner. I'm really excited about tonight.
Me too.
Yes. We're on holiday. We're having a girls' trip. It's the first trip we've ever taken, just the two of us. This is kind of amazing. I want to get in the disco later.
Okay.
We're all dressed up. Let's tear it up.
Okay.
Cheers, Mama, we made it. Cheers.
My darling.
We started with lovely bread rolls, maple butter, and a beautiful view. So for our starters, we have the most beautiful crab cakes and grilled asparagus with what look like Scotch eggs. This is just the beginning. I think this might be the best crab cake I've ever had. And this is our extraordinary dinner of the evening. We have scallops, lobster, crab legs, king crab legs, shrimp, oysters, langoustines, lots of sauces, and some beautiful sides. And a lovely server. Thank you very much.
Over here, ma'am, we've got the broccoli.
Oh, beautiful. We do need some green vegetables. I just don't know what we were thinking. We ordered dessert. Can we do it? Can we manage?
I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try.
You're gonna try. We ordered cheesecake and baba au rhum, which is very American and very French, even though we're on a British cruise ship. I think we can do it. And maybe not eat for the whole day tomorrow. Or maybe, I don't know. Cheesecake?
cheesecake over here.
That's insane.
And over here, we've got the rum baba. So it's a rum baba sponge cake soaked overnight in rum for 24 hours. It
Fantastic.
does come with a lamb marmalade,
Yeah.
topped up with the chantal cream.
Yeah.
And we have 2 options of rum that you can choose from to enhance the flavors from last night. Both Captain Morgan, Spice Gold, and Dark Rum.
Okay, spiced or dark? Let's go dark rum.
Dark.
Yes.
I've never had rum.
You've never had rum? No. Really? In your whole life?
No.
Well, now's your chance.
It makes 2 of us.
Okay.
Really?
Good. Now we can call it rum baba.
Lovely.
Now that it has enough rum.
Thank you, Uncle.
This is beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
She's the expert.
But I wasn't going to have a bite of either of these. And I think it would be rude at this point not to, wouldn't it? After all this effort. I mean, it would be wasteful.
It's delicious.
Is it really? It's American cheesecake. Did they nail it?
But they did nail it.
And this is the Baba rum, which is apparently full of rum. Okay, I'm gonna have one bite of that, because otherwise I'll be totally piddled. So good.
To our beautiful meal that we will never, ever forget.
Absolutely. Cheers, Mama.
Cheers.
That was the most amazing meal ever. But not even a day later, we were having perfect lattes in the chart room, high tea served with white glove service in the ballroom.
Smoked salmon, roasted yam.
I'm having cucumber, coronation chicken, and smoked salmon.
Nice meeting you, eh?
I'm supposed to be a musician, and I said,
Spanish is one of those things that is just pass the word and ask someone else to do it.
How's that for a first 24 hours on board? Later in the week, there's even design your own pizza or dining al fresco from the buffet. In the main dining room, this is really special. Check out our view. If you like to come on cruises for entertainment, and we all love to be entertained, they have all sorts of entertainment from classical piano to a lot of song and dance. But we had a huge surprise on this ship. So we just found out the most incredible news. The legendary Jules Holland is playing on our ship tonight. So if you're wondering about the entertainment, I don't think it gets any more spectacular than that. And doesn't my mama look pretty?
Are you prepared to come down the time tunnel with me?
Don't be worried long. Ain't so worried man. Sing a worried song. Ain't so worried man.
Thank you and good night.
Tonight's dinner, Mom has the best backdrop of a globe rotating. We're right in the middle of the main dining room. And we just saw Jules Holland in the flesh, and it was amazing, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
It was amazing. And as a classical musician, what did you think of all of his boogie woogie, or boogie woogie, as Simon says?
I wish I could play like that.
Well, you could go home and practice. You've got all the time in the world now. I bet, you know, you'd be a big hit at parties. There have also been some incredible piano concerts on the ship. Now, one of the first things that people ask about when they come on one of these Cunard ships, whether it's the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Victoria, is that it is known for having a quote-unquote class structure, class system on board. And what I will say is I think that from everything I see now, this is the case for almost every cruise line, where there are a number of cabins that get special privileges, a special dining room or other special privileges on board. So that's not exclusive to this cruise line. One thing I will say, we are not in what are known as the grills, the top cabins. We have a beautiful cabin, as you just saw, but we are mixing very freely with everybody of all the cabins, because we've met a number of lovely people that are staying in those cabins, and we're all enjoying the same entertainment. We're all often dining in the same dining room together, and so there's not a feeling of us and them. This now brings us, of course, to the demographics of who's on board. I will say that I am delighted because I really wanted a relaxing cruise. I didn't want a lot of go, 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 and this is the opposite of that. It is gentle, it's gracious. There is an older demographic on board, but surprisingly there are a number of younger people on board as well. The week that we've chosen, there are not a lot of children on board, which I have to say, I love kids, absolutely adore children, but this week I really wanted it to be calm. And so it's kind of nice to be able to go to the pool, go to the hot tub. And again, this might be different at other times of the year, but the week that we're here, it just is a very gracious group on board, and this is pretty nice. Now, though a lot of people seem to be getting their exercise on board with the dancing, of course there is a spa and a gym on board, and there are all sorts of classes as well. Mom and I took a Zumba class, but there is everything from chair yoga to Pilates classes. Some of these classes are paid classes, others are just offered to everybody. There's also been some pretty good shopping, surprisingly, on board the ship. There's a beautiful shop that sells everything from Louis Vuitton and Hermes scarves to Barbour and Radley and traditional British brands. Also, of course, typical Cunard brand logo items. And then, of course, a lovely jewelry shop. I forgot my watch, and so I even managed to pick up another one while I was here. And so that's been a kind of nice experience as well. We've only got 3 stops on this cruise. Join us in the next episode if you want to see some of our Spanish adventures and exotic gardens. Mom, you ready to go back to the ship and get some tea?
I am ready for cucumber sandwiches and scones.
Oh, me too. Me too. I'm getting rather used to that. Well, if you think that I liked this cruise, and yes, I have been in love with this cruise. My mother has been really in love with this cruise. So if you're looking for my overall honest review of this cruise line, I have actually been ecstatic. I have been on a number of other lovely cruise lines, and each one does offer its benefit. If you're looking for bowling alleys, zip lines, water slides, this is definitely not the cruise for you. If you're looking for a gracious, elegant, very old-fashioned, old-school experience, then I would highly recommend it. And again, as a reminder, we booked this ourselves. This is not sponsored in any way by Cunard, the cruise line. And but I did want to share with you guys, also just to come along with us on the ride, because I love, we take you on a lot of adventures around Europe, around the rest of the world. Also, of course, our adventures in our chateau and the chateau of our friends and the renovation of our chateau. But it's also fun to bring you on holiday with us. This has honestly been just such a relaxed experience, hasn't it?
It really has. I love it. I don't want to leave.
I don't either. I think we're having a pretty good time on this ship.
We absolutely are. Queens on the Queen Victoria.
That's right. We're one of the queens. And I have a strong feeling that might be back soon. And we've woken up to watch the sunrise over Civitavecchia. We're going to be getting off here to go into Rome for a couple of days. So something else to look forward to. But sadly, it's now time to pack our bags.
Kiss me, heaven sighs, and though I close my eyes,
we're sailing into the sunset.
When you press me to your heart, I'm in a world apart.
It doesn't get any better than this.
And when you speak, angels sing from above. And life will always